Welcome
Hello.
back to And I Digress.
Episode 5. We're now on the back half of the season.
Oh, yeah. Only goes uphill from if
Let's
you live
hope
in
so.
Australia.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. If you guys can't tell, I am back to my old mic because I forgot the other one. So now I don't have it with me, which makes it harder to use.
Yeah, I mean, that would make it pretty difficult.
A little bit. More like, and I regress. Am I right?
It's better the second time.
I told Chase the joke as we were setting up the call.
Yeah.
It's even funnier the second time.
So, I think
Got
starting this episode, do we agree that we've like basically exhausted everything we could talk about like HGTV itself?
Well, almost.
Almost
because
everything?
Remember my doctor's appointment?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. You'll never guess what was on the TV.
Was it the Food Network?
It was not. Guess
Really?
again. Guess again.
What other networks are? Was it FX? Was it
No, that's like subscription. That's cable.
ABC?
It was
CBS?
not. No,
NBC?
keep going.
MSNBC?
Do you want me to tell you?
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to guess it.
It was Home and Garden Television, a.k.a. HGTV, a.k.a. the starting topic of the episode you guys are listening to right now. Oh, my God.
So what was it on?
It was some, like, renovation show. I didn't know which
One of like
one.
the 50
It
of
was,
them?
yeah, it was not the one with Chip and Joanna, and it was not Property Brothers.
Okay.
So,
Property
it's
Brothers
not one of
is
your...
like the only one to know.
Yeah, it's not one of your bigger budget, more high profile HGTV shows, because this was, oh God, when did I have this? It was like it was a Thursday at like 11 a.m. So it's not necessarily peak viewership time.
So it's like one of the Netflix ones where you just like call up the network and say like, "Hey, I want to renovate some homes," and they're like, "Okay, here's like $500."
Yeah, exactly. Just be like that TED Talk guy who traded up a paperclip to a house.
What? Traded a paperclip to a house?
Yeah. Have you not seen that?
No.
It's iconic.
Interesting.
Let me explain the premise to you, Chase. So
this is a TV show plot that I've seen like 5 times over, Joe.
But this time it's a TED Talk, and I'm telling you about it, so it's different.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so get this, kind of zany. A guy, the same guy in the TED Talk, same guy, a lot of characters, don't mix them up. This guy, TED Talk guy, has a paperclip, and he trades that for a slightly more valuable thing. So like he'll trade it up for, I don't know, like a couple sticky notes, and then he'll trade those up for, I don't know, a stapler. You know, it doesn't have to be office supplies, but that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And then he trades that up to, yes, a house, precisely.
How many staplers did it take for the house?
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while.
Trade a paperclip for like multiple and then keep like, multiplying it until he had enough to like build a house out of them?
I don't know.
Or maybe smelt the paperclips down into the raw material.
People are just like giving him a paperclip at that point.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta talk to different people, but like ideally, if you're trading up for things, if you're buy low, sell high, you can get multiple paperclips for one paperclip, and that's like
right, depending on the market. Okay.
He had to at some point escape the office like supply market, basically. But
yes.
I'm saying,
exactly.
Why even waste time doing that? Just exponentially gather paperclips or maybe some other things. Gather the raw materials, either use them to build your house or sell them.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Building
Or
the house.
alternatively, gather so much raw material that you can smelt it down and then create your own revenue stream through a paperclip company, or perhaps something a little bit more useful. You don't have a house.
What is more useful than the American paperclip?
I mean, there's a lot of things you can make out of metal.
That's true. Good job. Name one.
Name one. You can make a stapler to metal parts.
Fun fact. This is true. When I was like 4 years old, I was in my nap area. It was technically nap time. I never took naps.
Same here. Who has the discipline to take a nap as a 5-year-old?
Yeah. I was like 4 at the, and it was like an hour every afternoon, like 2 to 3, and then 3 was snack time. So of course I couldn't fall asleep. Snack time is too exciting. Sleep like potentially through. So regardless, it's like an hour in my parents' room. They'd put on like Nick Jr. or something, which was a bad choice because then I was distracted. But apparently not distracted enough, because this reminded me of a second thing that I also did during nap time. But first story, I apparently got a little bored of Maggie and the Ferocious Beast or whatever was on at 2 a.m. on a weekday, or 2 p.m. God. So I started going through all of the like drawers and the desk that they had in the corner. And I find a stapler, and I'm like, whoa, it's a stapler. And long story short, I drove a staple through my thumb.
Nice.
Yeah.
I stabbed myself like through the skin with a pencil, like I think in 3rd grade.
Oh, damn.
I had a nice like film of skin around the pencil.
Ooh.
It was only kind of gross. It was like the very top layer, so like it didn't hurt me.
Okay. But the most epa of the dermis.
Yeah. Like not even like as much as you like get pulled off when you have like a blister or anything. It's just like the very yeah. It wasn't that bad.
Like when a lizard sheds their skin.
Yeah, almost like that. Except
or a cicada.
I wasn't shedding my skin. You know,
the pencil, right?
They colonized my skin and took it
colonized.
So, yeah. How would you describe it, Joe?
I'd say that's a fantastic question, but I don't know if it is at all. I would say, if I have to metaphorically compare this, I don't, Chase, I don't know why I'm thinking so hard on this. You stabbed yourself in the hand with a pencil.
The pencil colonized my skin, and it reaped the
raw resources of the land, the virgin land.
That was the skin of my hand. So yeah. So pro tip for any 3rd graders out there: don't play around with your pencil while you're. I think we're doing like a universe, like the space unit in 3rd grade.
Okay, hell yeah.
So I think that's like high time to get stabbed. So just
be on high alert anytime you're learning about the universe, kids.
Yeah. So at your nap time, they let you actually get up and like do stuff?
I was just in my parents' room, supposed to be asleep. This wasn't like at school.
Okay. Yeah, no, I always had like mandated nap times by like whoever the authority figure was. Except for my parents. My parents never made me do nap time, but I had a babysitter who did it for some reason, and it sucked because one
kids
time
are awful, Chase.
Well, yeah, but like
if you can get paid to do jack shit, you're a genius. You deserve the money.
Actually, I suppose you're right, but like at the same time, I didn't want to do nothing though.
Yeah, you're a kid. You're bouncing off the walls.
At that point, there wasn't really a way they could like make me do nothing. Like I would have still been up, and
right? They couldn't have just like stuck a pen of like fucking morphine in your.
Our like cots and like look at us and see like, are you really sleeping? and I had to like pretend.
Oh,
like,
damn.
Yeah. And that's not doing nothing. That's just being draconian for no reason. So henceforth, I always take naps, and I never took like I rarely ever take any like as
even like nowadays.
Yeah, basically, like unless I'm like really tired, which I usually don't let myself get that tired. Yeah, so
fair. Naps are currency to me.
I like going to sleep for the night. That's always
me too.
A good feeling. But like the day you're supposed to be up, you're doing stuff. That's your time to get moving and accomplish things. To shine. And as much as it's nice to take a chill pill and relax, I'd rather do something and relax. Like I am a compulsive multitasker. And by that, I mean, I only ever pay attention to one thing, but I have like two things open.
But you do multiple? Yeah.
Yeah. Like whenever I am like doing anything, whenever I'm like drawing or writing or like, playing a video game, I always have to have like a YouTube video or like a Netflix show or something open on the other tab. And shows only ever get good when I'm distracted enough to pay attention to them more than whatever else I'm doing. Something I've noticed.
Yeah. Because then you're not distracted by the other shitty plot narratives.
I mean, you just gotta pick which thing you're paying attention to. That's kind of
right. Yeah, but if you were to just sit down and watch the show independently of any other activity, then you would be more subject to hating the show based on parts of the show that didn't pique your interest.
Yeah, like usually whenever I like sometimes, like very rarely, I end up watching or like doing one thing entirely, and that's usually like when
wholeheartedly
like read a book, because I can't really it's hard.
Right, fuck that.
It's hard to read something and then do something else at the same time.
It's hard to read something, let alone
and sometimes when I'm watching something I just don't have anything up, because my go-to to do something else is watch something.
So if you're already watching something,
and then eventually
watch two things at once.
I need to just buy like some security cameras and just watch like the street, because like that's the only thing that'd be like less intense than like watching something that has like a story or whatever. Like
watching something that could definitely affect your life if it gets interesting.
I mean, I guess, but like it hasn't gotten interesting, my years of existence
yet. That only increases the odds of something happening, Chase.
I don't know. If something gets interesting, I'm all good. But I mean, like if I go out in a fun way, that's fine. Like I think I mentioned this before, but my ideal afterlife would be probably a Valhalla, and there's only one way you're getting there. So
glory and honor of battle.
Yep.
Fighting alongside Thor.
Or Odin, or Tyr,
or Odin. Yeah, any of those Nordic gods.
Yeah. I can list the entire Nordic pantheon from Smite. All those guys.
Smite?
Yeah. You've ever played Smite before?
I have not. I have watched a friend play Smite many a time, and whenever you bring up Smite, you have to say Smite, just like that.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
It catches your attention. Takes you off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Smite deserves your full attention.
Okay. Question for you.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's for your full attention. Speaking of like shows and stuff we watch, like
yes,
I say I watch stuff, but more often than not, like when I watch a syndicated television series or whatever,
programming,
it's rare. Like commonly, like I usually watch a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Like, do you usually sit down and watch like a TV show? Like, when was the last time you watched like TV, like the very like classic way? Like, you go down to the big TV and you're like living room or whatever.
God.
and you watch a show and then it goes to like a completely different one because that's how schedules work for
Oh God. Well,
like
let me say this.
Go ahead.
I have been like getting into watching TV, which
Really?
I think I touched on in a previous episode, 1 or 2, with my sister.
Okay.
And we watched Waco. We started watching Mindhunter. Didn't really watch it for a little bit. Now we're getting into it.
Yeah, Mindhunter's a very good show.
Oh yeah, it's picked up already. We're like halfway through episode 3 or 4 because we started watching it and got completely distracted and did not finish it.
Soundtrack
Regardless.
for this show? Mwah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like the opening,
Banging.
really great, low key. You got like good soundtrack picks. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Really great montage music.
100%.
Hell yeah.
Psycho Killer. Which is, perfect.
Oh yeah.
Very tonally accurate, I
Perfect.
guess.
Perfect.
100%.
Don't try and don't qualify your opinions, Chase. You believe what you believe.
Yeah.
If you think it's perfect, by God, it is perfect.
So okay, so those are like Netflix shows. Though,
Yeah, but
right?
to answer like 100% like on the ball your question, last time I like was skimming through the guide on cable.
Yeah.
Oh God. Man. Damn. 4 years ago?
Really?
It's been a long time. Because I haven't had cable. I mean,
same
like,
here.
I've had Sling, but I still like didn't watch anything like on the channels that we got. It was always like Netflix or Hulu.
Yeah, basically. Like
How about you,
it's kind of like I don't even know. Like it would have had to been, probably like at least 4 years ago, maybe more.
Yeah.
Because like I remember way back when, like
back in like the good old days.
Yeah, years ago. I think like, do you remember when Adventure Time like first came out?
Oh God. Yeah.
I used to have my first generation iPad, which I mentioned previously.
Yes.
And I had like
it's
the
canon
Cartoon.
Now.
Yeah, I had the Cartoon Network app. Or like
yes.
Or I don't think it wasn't even the Cartoon Network app. It was like our TV or the cable channel or
like AT&T or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and it would let you like watch TV shows on your iPad. And I remember every Monday, this was like I think the first or second season of Adventure Time, I'd always come home and I'd watch it. And regular show came on like right after that, and I was
yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, like sitting in the bottom bunk of my bunk bed.
Oh, hell yeah! I had top bunk.
Wow, yeah. This is the future. Well, I mean, I like the bottom bunk because there's like a canopy above you, but like,
yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking like this is the future. Cable television on your iPad.
On your iPad.
But yeah, like
oh God.
Even now, like I don't even watch like stuff anymore.
Oh no.
No,
it's so easy to just pull up YouTube.
Like YouTube is the majority of what I watch right now because
yeah, me too.
I have to sit myself down.
At least.
Yeah, like I have to sit myself down and be like, okay, I'm gonna binge this entire TV show because I mean that's what you always do.
I don't have to tell myself I'm gonna binge the whole thing. Like sometimes I'll get hooked and I'm like, I gotta know. But
yeah, I mean it's the same here. But
yeah,
it's what happens.
I need the dedication, which I have to make myself have. It's a very intentional process.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think the crazy thing is that I can't even get myself to watch stuff anymore. Like the last time I watched a movie was
oh God, I can't watch movies. I can't.
Movies are good. I have to sit myself down.
Yeah.
I think the last time I remember
cinema.
Yeah. Last time I remember watching a movie was Christmas break this year when I watched all three of the Austin Power movies on Netflix.
Oh hell yeah!
Because
Psychedelic, baby.
Yeah, great movies.
Quality.
But it's because I was avoiding doing something else that I wanted, or I needed to do. That's what made it great. It let me
avoidance tactics make everything so much better by making everything else so much worse.
Yeah, and like even then, I had to get to a point where like, okay, I've been working on this for I don't know how many hours now. I'm going to take a break.
Yeah,
and watch all three of these movies.
All three movies.
Yeah, and it was pretty nice, just to relax for a little bit. But like now that like I don't really have too much to do, like summer break.
Yeah.
It is constant downtime. I have to get myself to like do things that are actually productive, and
yes,
like I still managed to do it. yeah, like this. Like I don't like there's like I always go on like Netflix or Hulu or whatever, and I see movies that like I've heard about before, and I'm like, oh, that's a good movie. I should watch that sometime.
Finally, like Shawshank Redemption is on Netflix.
I know.
I'm like, I need to watch it. No, I haven't. It's been like 2 months. It might not even be on there anymore. Who has the time to watch a I think less than 2-hour movie that's critically acclaimed and the type of movie that I would enjoy? Who has the time?
Like 100%. Like the crazy thing. Like okay, so for all the audience, I probably revealed myself last episode. But I am a huge weeb.
Or Chase Lord. He is.
Yeah. I was even more when I was younger, like back in 5th grade. I remember we had like this writing class thing in elementary school. And we had like a journal that we had to like fill out like 1 page every day.
That's a lot for a 11-year-old, 10, 11.
I don't know what age we were.
You would have been 10 or 11.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Unless you're like really smart or really dumb.
Yeah. And I remember like pulling them out a little while ago, and I read some of the entries
within the year.
What?
Like within this past year?
No, I think it was like a little bit further than that, but like I still remember this like recollection.
Recent days
burned into my mind. I used to be like way bigger of a weeb than I am like currently. Back then, because I would like look at it, and the things I would write just to like fill up the pages was like I would write down all of like the Japanese names for all like the Dragon Ball like attacks. Like you seen Dragon Ball, Joe?
No, like, I've never really. I mean, I've seen like clips.
Okay. Like that's the one that that's a maybe for people that like never seen anything.
Right.
Else.
It's a gateway drug.
Yeah. It's a classic. It's what like I think when I saw it on Nicktoons like way back when, it's what got me into
when Nicktoons was around
originally. But like I used to know all the Japanese names for the attacks. Like it wasn't like Spirit Bomb or like Destructo Disc. It was like
right. I'm not gonna do it, but yeah.
yeah. And I used to watch like anime like all the time too. I'd get on like Crunchyroll or whatever.
Oh yeah, what have you?
Because I didn't pirate anime.
You went there only to find recommendations to buy legally.
But now like I rarely watch anything. Like even though I like this shows like there's like I do the same thing. Like oh that's a good show, I should watch it, and I just never do. The only thing I can consistently the only thing I can consistently get myself to do is like read the manga, which is arguably ascending to like
that's more work.
Yeah, no, not even though. I think the reason why I like it so much is that you can like read it at your own pace.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
like I like a lot of.
You're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I like a lot of really long running series, and for the most part, anything decent has gone on for like a long time.
Yeah, fair.
And when they do have animes for them, like, I don't like sitting through a 20-minute episode, like, guaranteed. Like, there's this one anime called One Piece that is a good 900 episodes long.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a good show. Don't watch the anime though, because if you multiply that by the half hour or so it takes to watch like every episode,
450 hours.
Yeah, basically it takes
24 hours in a day. I'm doing the math.
It takes I think people have done it like before, but
I do it again.
At least probably like a month if you're being like realistic.
If you're never sleeping.
Like even if you're sleeping and doing nothing else but watching the show while you're awake, it should take you about like almost a month.
18,
if you're doing it
18.75 days without any time to sleep or go to the bathroom or eat or anything.
And so more than 2 weeks if you just straight shot it. So basically there's other issues with that show and the reason why it's so long, but like that's just like the prime example of I don't like watching the show. I just want to read the manga because you can like blow through a chapter in like
a couple minutes,
7 minutes. Like if you're at an average pace, if you're going super fast, you can go in like a few minutes. Or
if you watch the show for 16 hours a day, it will take you 28.125 days to watch all of One Piece.
Yeah. And it's not even worth it at that point.
Really? I mean, I'm sure.
Like it's
all for what?
Yeah.
To say you did it.
It is a good show. It's a good manga. You should read the manga if you're gonna do anything. But yeah, like it is kind of pointless to just do that.
Yeah. Other than like bragging rights, but then what are you even bragging about?
Yeah, that's like bragging that you're like the biggest loser.
Imagine if that show was on HGTV.
I mean, it's not anything to do with Homer Gardens, so yeah.
Maybe it could be. Maybe they have like the worst garden ever, and they need to lose all of the weeds and the like clay in the soil, and then turn it into something great. Lose the most garbage.
I guess.
May I? Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. When you were talking about Adventure Time, for whatever reason, it sparked an interesting story from my childhood. It has a similar setup to yours. This was in like 3rd grade, and I had recently, like toward the end of the summer before my 3rd grade year, my elementary school would always have a school fair type of thing. And there were a bunch of games and prizes and stuff, and like a dunk, snow cone, raise money for school or whatever. And we would go like every year up to a point. It was just my siblings. Sometimes they didn't want to go, and it was whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But aside the point, we went that particular year, and I won one of the games. It was like 10 minutes before closing on the last day of this, if there even was more than one day. And they had like a bunch of goldfish still left over. I'm like, hey, cool, you won a goldfish. Like, awesome. And
goldfish,
my parents
like
were
the
like,
actual.
Oh no, an animal.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Can't say I ever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a trope, but it happened to me. Yeah, and my parents were looking at each other like, okay, yeah, you have a goldfish. And like, okay, cool, we got to get a bowl and we got to get food and like gravel and all, all the fish stuff.
Oh God,
but it was like 7 p.m. on a Saturday night or something, 8 p.m. And they're like, none of the places are open.
Yeah, you're not gonna get anything. Like it takes some good work if you want to take care of like a fish that you just got out of like a fair or something.
Oh man, yeah.
Because chances are, it's like doing pretty bad.
Disease.
Yeah. Like, that's what they do with like the beta fish and everything. But yeah.
Oh God, yeah. I can talk about the beta that I had to next if you want.
Yeah.
Regardless, your morbid foreshadowing may be onto something.
I had some beta.
The next day, when stores were open, we went out and it was a whole ordeal. Picked up like multicolored gravel, and I got a cool like shark fish tank decoration thing with an open mouth that it could swim through, and like fish food and all that stuff. And get it home, all the stuff, transfer the fish into the bowl after we clean it and all that stuff, which I think was like a glass cookie jar.
Oh my God.
We couldn't find anything else. But
that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry about it. We cleaned it.
Okay.
It wasn't a forever home either.
Okay, fair enough.
So it may have been like the weekend leading up to the first week of school or something. I don't know. But regardless, this fish was mine for a period of time. And I'd come home from school every day, and I'd feed the fish, and then I'd go watch Mythbusters, because that's what you do.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's an hour-long show.
Good show.
So I just vibe. Yeah, and maybe, do a little bit of the homework that I had in third grade before dinner, eat dinner, go to bed at like 8 p.m. or whatever you do when you're like. One day, I went straight to watch Mythbusters.
Oh, no.
I was that enthralled.
Oh, no.
And then I realized at the end of the show, like, oh man, did I feed the fish? I don't even know if I named it. I'm sure I did. But regardless, I go in to check on the fish, and it's not alive anymore.
Oh. Yeah, because I had to wait 1 extra hour for its food.
I doubt that was it. I think I greenhouse affected it, because the curtains in that room were open, and that window faces the east. So as the sun was rising, I probably fried the fish.
Rest in peace.
Rip in peace, yeah. So that was the first fish. You want to hear about fish number 2, Chase?
The beta fish?
The beta.
Oh, boy. So how did it die horribly this time?
Well, ironically enough, my goldfish experience was the beta test for my family and fish having.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And, of course, my brother and sister, who, as we have mentioned before, were both the oldest, Chase and I. My younger siblings, of course, were jealous that, like, he got a fish and I want a thing to look at and have die on me. I want to experience trauma inevitably. So my parents were not peer pressured, but child pressured, I suppose, into buying more fish. And they did a fair extent of their research. Like, oh yeah, betas, they're easy to take care of and a pretty popular, like beginner fish. Just don't put them together because they'll eat each other and you're fine.
Nice. Okay.
Or fight to the death. They won't live.
Yeah. Just like hamsters.
I also have a hamster story now that you mention it. You're really,
oh my God.
really digging into my animal past. The hamster did not die on my watch.
John, I'm just gonna say an animal, and you're like, "Oh, why do you mention that?"
Emus,
Komodo
don't
dragon?
Get me started. Okay, betas. So we go back to the store, however long after that, week or two, I don't know. And it's like my whole family marching down to the fish section of Walmart, which was our first mistake. And we all pick out a beta. And they're all from the same tank. Okay. I get mine. It's like a blue, and or God, no, I don't know. I feel like we got them there. We may have gotten them at like PetSmart. Regardless, they were betas. My brother got like a dark blue and purple one, and then my sister got one. Don't remember anything about it, but she got one. And we get like the the bowls and the gravel or whatever for theirs, clean up the bowls, blah, 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 put the fish. I'm just going to kind of cut to the chase on this one because
all right,
we're really not missing much. My beta died in a record 3 days.
Oh,
yeah. So the goldfish from a fair lived 67% longer. My sisters lived for a few months. Pretty respectable. Maybe
nice.
6 months. Yeah, pretty respectable. Guess how long my brothers lived for that he got from the same tank?
Infinite or like less?
It's not still alive. No, this was in like 3rd grade, Chase.
Oh, I mean, you never know. Goldfish can live. Or
yeah, like Galapagos tortoise can live for.
Who actually? Hold on. How long can betas live?
Okay.
Let me look this up real quick.
Okay, yeah, because I've never actually like found the scope on their life. It's just all
3 to 5 years.
Relevant.
So yeah. I guess
What?
you're right. Yeah. In captivity.
Fine. Yes.
What?
In captivity.
5 years?
No.
6?
No. Statistics make this look a lot less impressive. 2 years.
Okay.
But keep in mind these are either Walmart or PetSmart fish.
Yeah. I'm sure that's a very well taken care of beta in maybe a specially done tank.
Right, by like fish people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like to think about now from the same tank. My beta lived for 72 hours max. My brothers lived for 2 years. And I never had another fish after that, and no one else in my family has to this point.
So Joe, what is your like pet kill streak on?
Oh God, like pets that I have had in my immediate care that have died, or pets that like my family has owned that have died in my life.
Pet kill streak, Joe. Interpret that as you like when the pet died, when the like Quake announcer came on and said like double kill. Like,
oh fuck. Okay. Well, there's the 2 fish. And then my border collie, whom I love dearly, died when I was, rest in peace, in like 7th grade.
Oh.
But she was old. She was like 14, and she was a rescue, of course. Adopt, don't shop. And she had seizures from like the beginning of her life. And the vet, was like, yeah, she's probably not going to live to be more than like 2. But my folks were like, whatever, it's okay. You know, we'll take her home, give her a nice place to live, treat her all night. And yeah, she lived to be 14.
Really showed them.
Oh, hell yeah. And she was super sweet, smart, and great. And she died as people in. So while not in my care, it did happen during my lifetime. So I'll let the audience determine how many animals I've done. Oh, God. I just thought about hunting because I used to do that. Does that count?
I mean, I guess you got a really big kill streak from that one.
I was not a great hunter, though. I got 1 deer and 1 turkey, and fuck, I caught 2 fish that I took home and cooked up a couple weeks ago. God. Well then. Okay. PETA, please don't get on my ass.
While we're still speaking of fish.
Okay.
I actually have to do something. There's something funny to kind of mention.
I like humor.
Funny question to ask you too.
Oh God.
Have you ever been on like a really old like message board for something like Uber specific?
Oh, I mean, like aside from like archive, like Yahoo Answers or Ask.com threads, no, not that.
No. Okay. So one time, I relating to fish care, There's like this
Okay.
legendary quote unquote story of like this like fish keeper. I don't think that's the right
like
name.
a copy pasta?
No, not even a coffee pasta. It was like a big forum thread. But yes, so do you remember this is gonna be something that we know from something specific, but do you remember the bobbit worm?
The what?
The bobbit worm?
The bobbit worm. I don't think so.
Google it real quick.
Okay.
See if it rings any bells for you.
Bobbit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not spelled.
Okay.
But yeah, I found like a video of it like somewhere on the internet. And someone in like the comments section linked this like story from this really like weirdly obscure like aquarium enthusiasts like message board.
Yeah, like we love taking care of our fish super a lot much.com/fish.
Yeah, and it was from a solid like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah. Like
I
not like that. Hardly even HTML.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God, this is terrifying.
It's always because I was looking at it on my phone.
Oh
too.
Man. Oh.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really like it. I really like the rustic kind of internet stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the worm and rustic.
Yeah, no. I think like a lot of kind of older stuff has like a certain charm to it, and even like
absolutely
older internet, like it's terrible. I would never want to use
it. But
just to like, look
there's
at
a nostalgia.
They like to read a story on it. It's functional and it gives you the vibe. Like that you can tell this was like a while ago. It was a different world back then. It was the 90s. People didn't know what computers were. It was like 2000s, but
barely.
It was a more innocent time. But anyway.
Oh, go on. Indeed. Go on.
For people, okay, so apparently for people who have bigger aquariums, they buy a bunch of like bulk like gravel or whatever for their people.
Right, as you do.
Fish. Yeah. And I think when I remember how it's sourced is that they actually just get like the sand or the gravel, whatever, off the actual like ocean floor. And sometimes they pick up a bobbit worm with it. And I mean, I'm assuming other stuff, but for those not in the know, the bobbit worm is this terrible predator. It's a worm, obviously, but it like burrows itself in the ground of the gravel or whatever because it's like
the ocean floor.
Yeah, like it's movable. It's not like a dense like hard rock. You can burrow into it easily, as by all the fish that like camouflage in it.
The topsoil of the ocean.
Yeah. But the bobbit worm, much like a lot of the other predators, this one's like particularly horrific, and I encourage you to Google a video of it like right now because
I don't want to watch a video, Chase. I probably can't. Then it'll fuck up my audio.
Yeah, Joe, you don't need to.
More than it already is.
Yeah, if you search deep in your memory, you'll remember it. I hope.
Oh no, Monster Monday. Freaky Friday. It was Freaky Friday.
It was Monster Monday like one time. Anyway,
we're talking about biology class for listeners of.
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah. Well, apparently. Okay. So the bobbit worm is like a creature that can hop up into the bigger aquarium, or the ocean floor in its natural habitat, grab a fish, pull it down really quickly, and like take it under the sand. It's very
and like suffocate it.
Well, and just like bite it in half.
Ooh, dope.
Yeah. Very
interesting.
Yeah. It's it's not really scary to us because we're a lot bigger than it. It's not like a Alaskan bullworm or whatever.
Good thing I'm wearing my sea rhinoceros proof undergarments.
Yeah, but like if you get like if your toe gets bit by it, it's gonna hurt
Yeah,
a whole lot. But
probably, yeah.
you probably don't have to worry about it. But if you have an aquarium, on the other hand, it's like an eldritch horror for the residents, basically. Um, so this whole forum post was this one
Yeah.
dude's like battle against the bobbit worm, and it was like crazy. This was over the course of like multiple years.
Oh, geez, okay.
Yeah, well, it took him like a really long time to get it because apparently they are like super duper hard to get out of aquariums just because of like how they work.
Did he not just like scoop all of the gravel out?
Well, no,
like fish don't need the gravel, do they? It's like aesthetics.
Okay, so again, it's been a good, I think maybe like a year at least since I've actually read this, but there was like some issue about him not being able to like drain the tank to get them out, or like something about like the content of the water to get the actual thing out. So he had to like do it some other way.
He knows more than me.
Yeah, without like disturbing the whole environment. But basically he had to like yeah, like somehow like get on top of the tank and like bait it out and like try and like pull it out with the thing, and he like messed it up like multiple times. And he tried to pull it out like one time and he managed to like lop off half of it. But apparently bobbit worms are like segmented. So even if you get to cut off half of it, you have to get like the bottom piece.
And so it'll just regenerate like a regular worm.
Yeah, like, he didn't get it the first time.
Man. Yeah.
And it was insane. He eventually got it. And I'm sure if you like Google this, you can probably find the original story. But like it was crazy. Like I think the whole aesthetics, it was just primo, you know.
That's one I haven't heard in a while. Primo.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of good words to describe things.
Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to find the original story now. Okay, here we go. It's a frequent search.
Dramatic reading live on air.
Oh, yeah, with my awful microphone quality.
Yeah, you can be the bobbit worm.
Okay. Joe. There's a Daily Mail like coverage on it. Okay, here it is. Here it is on Reddit. Okay. It's probably cross-posted, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't remember where I found it originally.
Oh, God. Read full thread for entire story. Okay, here they linked the original website.
Don't
Michigan Reefers.
Read the whole thing because it is epic. It takes a lot. Like, I was sitting there for a good, like, couple hours reading that.
Holy hell. Okay. Oh, man.
Like, I think... Like, I really like reading stuff like that because that's like modern people lore.
Yeah, exactly. You just can't get that
my time
anywhere else.
Like, okay, this is also going to become an obscure reference, but
oh boy,
Joe, did you ever read creepypasta back when it was like popular?
Oh God, no. But my girlfriend at the time, when those saw like a big rise in popularity, right before the whole like 2016 clown incident.
Yeah.
She was fairly into those. So I got like secondhand exposure to those.
Okay, yeah. I really loved creepypasta. Like I think like I'm not too into like horror movies or anything, but like horror stories and like the really well written creepypasta, like those are like
suspenseful shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I think there is like a method to write a good creepypasta. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I don't think it's as much of a thing anymore. People just like straight up write horror stories on the internet now. It's not like creepypasta.
Right, yeah. It's a different a different template.
Like yeah, like creepypasta was its own like movement. Like I think now it's just kind of like it's not the same.
It was like Vine for comedy.
Yeah. And it was fun. Like there was a lot of like weird stuff, like the whole like serial killer like fan fiction or whatever. Like that was it. Yeah, I didn't like that. I just like the spooky stories that were weird. And I'd always like listen to like the creepypasta readers on YouTube. That was my like go-to back in like oh god, I don't know when, but yeah,
a while ago.
And I think they're like, I didn't usually read them myself.
Okay.
I always just like listen to them read because there's a lot of like really pretty decent narrators who did that.
Yeah.
Except for like a few times. Like
I feel like one of these times will be of importance later on in the story.
Yeah. The classic place to read them was like the Creepypasta wiki, and you had like all of like the really good ones. Like there was like the ones where they were like really short, but they had a really nice payoff. Like like the classic one where it's like the hunter is out in the woods at night and he's like lost and he can't go home, so he ventures into this house, and the house has a bunch of paintings, and they all seem to be looking at him, but he goes to sleep and he wakes up in the morning and they're all windows. It's like, ooh. That one was like, I like the ones where it was just like a legitimately just like a campfire story just on the internet.
Yeah.
Like those I think were like the best, followed up by like the longer ones that actually had kind of a nice like arc to them.
Yeah.
But
develop.
But there's one creepypasta. And a lot of them were like laughably bad. Like that's one of the classic things about them. You can make fun of a lot of them really easily because a lot of the times it was like a bunch of fledgling writers writing their first horror stories, and they just like filled it with like blood and knives and like.
And then the creepy guy comes out and he stabs you and you die at the end. I hope you liked it. Thank you for reading. It is my first story. I hope it was good. I will definitely write a new one every single week, and I will not stop writing them, as will definitely happen.
You have those, and they're inoffensive. They're funny because it's just like people throwing in what they think is scary.
Reveals part of the psyche of the writer too.
Yeah, and I mean, there's funny things about them, just like how they try and make things scary, who their like OC
the shortcoming,
like serial killer villain is. I would say you remember those, but I guess you weren't into the creepypastas.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. I didn't ever like write anything. Like I think I tried to. Maybe like actually no, I didn't. I made a parody once.
Okay.
But I think that was like after like them just like being like actually dead. I just made like I don't think I've ever actually written one. I remember I tried to be a narrator for one time.
Oh, jeez.
And this was before like I could like muster like a decent like voice for it.
And like the confidence to keep all of that, like the character too. And like take yourself seriously enough.
But then I'd always like get too close to the microphone and be like, on the plane, there were like yeah, like I remember
just breathing into the mic.
Yeah, and I tried to do like a spoon, like a deep like, and then he became the skeleton and wrote this
through the forest.
And then the serial killer pop, and then the hyper real, and like this, like I probably have to listen to this on the recording and see how stupid I sound. I promise you,
sounds pretty great.
It sounded like 10 times worse because I don't think puberty was done with me at that point.
Probably not. Jeez.
Yeah. It was my attempt to sound like an adult.
Right. Oh yeah.
Hello, my name is Mr. Chase Adult Pants.
Yeah. Like I was like,
I am an adult and not 3 chases in a trench coat.
But yeah. Before I digress too much to just forget telling the story in the middle of it.
Right. Then I can now I can read the entire MichiganReefers.com story.
What?
That's where the whatever bobbit worm original threat
is that where it was from?
MichiganReefers.com. It is not about marijuana in Michigan.
That's what. Yeah. That's what I thought for a second. Like,
as in coral reef.
I remember
they
that.
Really they missed out with the URL.
Yeah. Anyway,
marketing people. I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good, Joe. I think the only creepypasta that I could tell is like offensively bad, and I think maybe even not. Like it's like the room of like creepypastas. Is this one called Happy Appy?
Oh God.
Yeah. Okay.
This I can already tell what I'm in for.
Like if you liked creepypastas ever, this might dredge up some like terrible memories for you. But
oh, hi Mark.
So this was one of those bad creepypastas, but it didn't even have the decency to be short.
So like, okay, well maybe it's a slow burn. Oh, this guy is fucking. This guy should be on FBI's Most Wanted. He is a psychopath, and I fucking love him.
Oh my God, slow burn. Did you Google this show?
Huh?
Did you Google it right now?
Oh no, I'm just my use of the term slow burn came from Netflix, like suggestions when you're away from
movies.
Yeah, or just like the recommended shows that come up when it's on like screensaver mode. And it's like, hey, you might like this one show with that actor that was maybe in that other thing, but probably not. But it looks like the other guy who's more famous. It's a slow burn action thriller.
Yeah, you can call this a slow burn, but the only one that's getting burnt is yourself for deciding to read it.
Hell yeah. Go on.
So the story of Happy Appy, it's like one of there's like a bunch of creepypasta like archetypes.
Yeah.
This is something that you like if you ever read a creepypasta before, you'd probably know this.
Okay.
But there's like the classic story formats. There's like like the serial killer. You got like Jeff the Killer or like whatever.
Oh God. Oh
yeah.
God.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Like that's kind of that one. You have like the monsters. You have like Slenderman. Like that's like the classic one.
Right. Oh yeah. Siren Head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then the other one that I was very there was like a ton of these was like the Lost Media. Where it's like, a haunted video game or a haunted TV show or something. These are always the worst. Okay. Like this is the thing that people usually start with.
Not like the most scary, but like the most garbage.
Yes, always the most garbage. Okay. There were only like a few of them that actually managed to be like something decent. And yeah,
yeah.
But the vast majority of them, the writers were not at all good enough to actually make whatever property scary, because they would choose like the stupidest things. Like they try to make like Mario or Sonic like really spooky,
right?
And you kind of can't really do that. Like, I think like some of the good ones either made up whatever the Lost Media was,
right.
Or they made it on something that had like creepy elements. Like Legend of Zelda. One of the best, like I think probably like the only like good one that was based off like a video game was like Ben Drowned. I don't know
this is all new territory.
Oh, okay, yeah, like
yeah.
And that was based off like the Legend of Zelda, and there's some spooky elements to that. But like Happy Appy was based like it was one that made up its own thing, but what it made up was it was supposed to be a Nick Jr. show.
Oh boy!
Where the main character was like a clay apple that had like a stick up it, and then it was like a puppeteered around.
Okay, so like a candy apple type of thing.
Kind of like it's like it's like a clay apple puppet that would like talk with friends or whatever, but like the main character.
This is a mechanics question.
Okay.
Is this like claymation, or is this purely like just the character?
It's kind of hard to say. Like I want to say it would be kind of like claymation, but the way it's described almost, and granted this has been years since I've read this actual story like all the way through.
More recently than I.
Yeah. I like the way it's described. It sounds almost like they did a live action kind of thing because like it, but I honestly don't know. It is. Yeah.
Tell us what you think.
But anyway, the main character, like the story is that the main character like finds like tapes of the show in his like attic, and it's like some
so it is like a found footage type of thing.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
Okay, cool.
And it's like supposed to be like a Nick Jr. show, and no one else remembers it. But like the thing is that he watches these like tapes, and then it's like happy appy like murdering children or whatever.
So it like turns into Happy Tree Friends. Kind
of like I think it like I said, like it sounds like it's supposed to like look real or whatever. But if you'd believe it, that's like literally only the first like 10th of the story.
Oh man.
So he like watches the videos, and somehow like the sixth sense of like happy appy awakens, and like he starts getting like followed by like people or whatever, and like it's it's crazy. Like if I remember correctly, I think like the director of the show or whatever, or the person who created it, is like deranged and like hunts whoever finds happy appy.
Great.
And then like, I think
whomever's basilisk or whatever. Yeah, once you think about it, as soon as it comes to be, you're just damned forever.
Basically.
Sick.
I want to say that the actual like Clay Apple is like supposed to be a murderer in his like own right. I don't know how.
As you do, of course.
But in this like I think it took me a solid like 2-3 hours to actually read the entire thing.
Did you read the whole thing?
I don't know. I don't know why I read it, Joe.
It was middle school.
Yeah, this was a middle school thing, and I had like nothing better to do that afternoon apparently.
Right. Did any of us?
I decided to read a terrible creepypasta, but it just kept going. Like it was insane. Like I didn't know how long it was. I thought like this has to end like eventually.
Right. Where do you go from here?
Like I kept hearing that this is like a terrible creepypasta. And I'm like, okay, like my curiosity was like piqued.
Yeah.
But then when I read
my cat,
it just kept going and going and going, and then like the main character's house got raided, and then he goes to like hunt down the killer or whatever, and then he finds him in his house, and then he was like, "You're the real happy appy all along," and I had something stupid. Like I don't even know. Like I think I've repressed most of that memory.
That I think was maybe a good choice.
Yeah, but like don't. Like, okay, maybe like if you can like read it with friends and just have a good laugh at how stupid it is.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
But like reading it alone on like an afternoon, big waste of time. Maybe that can be like our 1,000 subscriber special. We can do a dramatic reading of Happy Appy.
We can get multiple voice actors for all the characters.
I don't know. We can do like a Simpsons thing, and we're just all the voice actors.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I can do voices. You can narrate pretty damn well.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh,
I like to think I can do some voices too.
You can do some voices for us, Jay.
Give me a character.
Oh God. Do you have like a preference of like subject matter?
Subject? I don't know. If you can give me like a line, I can try it.
Oh God. I'm not good being put on the spot.
We can do this later.
Jake from Adventure Time. Just say anything.
Oh God, Jenna Maggio, great voice actor. I don't know if I can do it. Say anything. I just watched an Adventure Time clip earlier today. What did he say?
Or like I'm Jake the dog. But you know,
Joe, Joe.
Sounding more like Jake.
Okay. You got to give me a voice line, and then I'll act with you. Remember that one episode where they got the psychic tandem war elephant in the maze?
I never really got into that show, honestly.
No? Okay.
No, I was real into a regular show, though.
Also a good show. Okay.
Quality.
Say to me,
oh,
Jake,
God.
you got to stay with me.
Jake, you got to stay with me. I know, that's how Finn sounds, right?
Oh, my God, yeah. I can't do it. Yeah. Like,
I'm that bad.
Like, well, no. There's like certain people who can do like voices that are very specific to them. Like, Jake's voice actor has a very specific voice. Very easy to tell any role he does. He's Jake. He's Bender. Other voices. Yeah. There's people like Patrick Warburton. He does like Kronk, and then every other.
Oh yeah.
No, like, and then you can tell.
Yeah, Richard Kind is another that comes to mind. Very.
Yeah, like there's a lot of people who can do like generic voices, like you're fancy, like I'm gonna be the hero and I will save the, you know. But then there's people like that who have like the very distinct. I mean, I'm not that good of a voice actor.
The character.
Yeah, like there's a reason why they get them.
Exactly. Yeah, because the personality of the voice actor just is the character.
Mm-hmm.
They're able, like, with that voice to kind of transfuse a part of themselves into the character and give them that of, you know, love and reality, life. Maybe I'm getting too metaphysical, but you know,
perhaps.
Voice
actors.
I
don't know. All good. Metaphysical.
Yeah.
A-okay.
A-okay. As long as it's not real physics, A-okay. Don't like.
Yeah. I mean, Joe, how are you going to get away with not doing physics?
I'm thinking chemical engineering.
Welcome to the club, but there's still physics.
Yeah, I know, but there's less. And it's not like, oh, a dude is sitting on the stairs. It's like subatomic stuff, which I like more.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I can do like quantum physics. For whatever reason, I like that more.
You can't escape physics, Joe. I mean, that's just how it is.
And physics can't escape you. I'm just as big of a threat to physics as physics is to me. That's not
Newton's
true.
Second law.
But oh God, is that F equals ma? Yeah.
Actually, that is what it is. I'm thinking third law.
Third law, equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck you, physics, and then it says fuck you, physics, because it's opposite. But I don't know what the letters would look like backwards because I'm not like holding a written script.
Actually, if we're talking about Newton and physics, there is no fucking at all.
If anyone deserved to die a virgin, it's Isaac motherfucking Newton. Put that on a shirt and sell it. Boom. End of the episode. We got a fucking shirt out of it.
Okay, well, I mean, we gotta say, what is the opposite of HGTV?
Oh my God.
We can't just end it right now. I mean,
no, we can't. Oh my God. Oh, the opposite of HGTV. It's wholesome. No one like truly likes it, but everyone can agree with it for the most part.
Yeah.
It's
something
inoffensive. It appeals to every audience.
Basically. Like everyone can sit down and watch an HGTV show if nothing else is on.
Right. You know what? Something hit my mind just now.
Okay. Shoot.
That I'm going to do what I always do and kind of talk through it out loud. But I think it's kind of on the nose. So, also, you get to hear me talk about metal now. There is a Japanese metal band. It's one guy called Merzbow. And it is a harsh noise band. And it sounds exactly like what it the name implies. It is harsh and it is noise and it's awful.
Okay.
One of my better buddies, he had tried to listen to this one particular album of theirs before. It's like their more popular one.
He tried to listen to an album?
Well, he had been trying to. Like,
he had
like
been
2
trying
minutes
to?
in. He had been like turning it on, like, I'm going to listen to it. And he got 2 minutes into it. He's like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not.
God damn.
Yeah. And both of us like weird, noisy metal stuff. But Merzbow is a breed of its own. Regardless, like sometime a couple weeks ago, it's like, no, fuck it. I'm already like a couple songs in. I'm going to listen to the whole album. And the whole album, Chase, is like an hour and 13 minutes or something of just noise. And
maybe I should listen to it on a walk. See where that puts me.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I was kind of thinking about going on a bike ride this evening. Maybe I'll pull that up. Have the time. But
make it a daily thing, Joe.
Oh God. Regardless, he was updating me in a couple of. Oh well, I've been starting to exercise a little more, which
that's good.
I can. Yeah, or any exercise would be a little more because I haven't done anything up until now. But that's a topic for after this topic.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been interrupting.
So, it's kind of the name of the game. Don't apologize.
Yeah.
He's updating me and a good number of our friends in this group chat that we have where we discuss all things metal. And he gets to like a 25-minute song toward the back half of the album. He's like, oh God. Oh no, it's the 25-minute song. Guys, I'm not sure if I can do it. I'm not sure. Like, no, you can do it. Just power through. And of course, I'm not having to sit through this. I'm listening to some like chill shit.
What is the prestige of like getting through a terrible like noise album?
It's not necessarily terrible. He is highly regarded within the harsh noise community, but that community is also very like pretentious and stuck up about their taste. So much to the point where this friend and I are going to like make a harsh noise album in a day just as a meme and release it like seriously just to try and convince people that it's like real shit to see how people will react. Anyway, he listens through the whole album somehow. And it's kind of just an I climbed Mount Everest. Or like a man versus food. Like I ate the diabetes burger and now I have my name on a wall. Some people really like it. It's not easy to listen to music at all. And
I imagine not. Yeah.
I decided that this buddy of mine deserved an award.
Okay.
For accomplishing this. And I happen to have a gigantic trophy lying around in my house that I have just acquired. People at school cleaning out like old trophy cases, getting rid of old stuff. They were getting rid of all these trophies. One day I was staying late or something, waiting for my ride to show up. And couple kids come out with like giant trophies just in their hands, like, hey, you guys want a trophy? They're like throwing these other ones away. I'm like, trophies, hell yeah, I wanted a trophy. Just like old generic stuff from like 10 plus years ago for old like clubs or something.
Okay.
They're just like collecting dust. Yeah. And regardless, I have this now like 2.5 foot tall trophy just sitting in my closet. And I've been waiting for a special occasion to give it to someone. And I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give it to said friend. So I got to make like a plaque. It's like, biggest dumbass. You wasted an hour plus of your life listening to Merzbow, whatever. And then, I can put a really great picture of him on it. That would be great.
When I say really great, I mean really bad.
You know, honestly, thinking about it, this album, very niche,
Yes.
very not easy on people.
Applies to a very small group of people.
No one knows about it except for the listeners of the podcast now, I guess. And the very small noise.
Very specialized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to come off as pretentious, like, I'm one of, like, 1,000 people that knows about this. Like, they have, like, 30,000 something monthly Spotify listeners. Somehow.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
in the world of harsh noise, they are the biggest. Or he,
okay.
you know. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like he did a collab, like, yeah, not even like a split album, but like a collaborative thing with a noise weird whatever band that I like called Full of Hell. They're a little more accessible, but hardly.
Okay.
And like that's pretty good, but that has like melody at all. But sorry, anyway, go on.
So it's like harsh, hurts.
Oh,
it is.
Yes, like his eardrums. He was listening with earbuds, albeit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just because he's like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna fucking do it. Which I respect, you know.
And as opposed to HGTV, which is very bland.
Right.
Definitely not.
This, kind of has some moments to it.
Like if HGTV were a saltine cracker, that would be like the like your like specially engineered like mega chili pepper that just murders your mouth.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of not the same at all.
Yeah. Almost opposite.
Wow, almost. I mean, unless you have anything else you want to go off of before I talk about exercising, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have any better suggestions.
All right. Well, because I am accustomed to having a 2-hour podcast or so, and because normally this is how things happen, is at like the hour, 15-minute mark, we kind of decide what it is, and then we delay the inevitable for like another hour, and we're like, oh yeah, that thing.
Let's talk about Domino's again.
Oh God, for another 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think I've had Domino's since then.
Still haven't had Domino's, period, but yeah.
It's okay. You know what? To each his own. Not everything is for everyone. 30,000 people listen to Merzbow every month. I am not one of them. Oh, also, for all you viewers at home that want to check this horrendous noise out, Merzbow is spelled Merzbow. Check it out.
Keep that in mind.
Or don't.
I'll assault
Chase.
For a brief moment.
A brief moment in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have the volume up, like, at all. Yeah. Anyway, exercise.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself and your body.
So what do you do for exercise, Joe?
Last night, I was just kind of lounging around before bed, like, you know what? I should probably exercise. Because, you know, I've been gaining some weight and can always, you know,
are you not
be in a little better shape
anymore? Are you not a complete beanpole anymore?
I mean, not necessarily. Like I am a normal looking person. I got some belly going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel you.
I
can tell you about my exercise stories after.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Please. But regardless, that and also exercise is supposed to be really good for your mental health. And that is like the one box that I have not checked in the like steps to improving that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. What do I have to lose other than weight? And started doing some push-ups, started doing some sit-ups, started doing some like planks, core exercises. And then I need to like go out and jog or bike or something, get that cardio in there. But yeah, that has been my preliminary routine. Enlighten me about you.
Okay.
Your
Well,
exercising.
I when I started about 2 weeks ago and said like, okay, I want to do stuff.
Yeah.
There was only one thing that I've heard that works like really well consistently is calisthenics. And yeah. And then for the uninitiated, that's just like using your own body to do stuff, which would be like like the simple like push-ups, sit-ups, whatever else.
Yeah. I'm very interested in that type of stuff.
So basically, for the past like 2 weeks, I've been doing the One Punch Man workout.
The man workout?
The One Punch Man workout.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that actually when I was like figuring out what my routine would be.
Yeah.
Chase does that like junior One Punch Man shit.
It's very like simple. It is just like 3 exercises plus running. It's
nice.
Like the way he did it was 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups every day, and then a like 10-kilometer run.
Yeah.
I don't do that because I have other things to do, and I don't hate myself that much.
And we don't use metric as much as I love metric.
Yeah. I don't know how long a 10-kilometer run would be in my neighborhood.
2.2 kilometers is a mile, I think. Because I know that like a 5K is 3 miles.
I don't know how long a mile is either. I just don't know how long.
5,280 feet, Chase. Come on.
I mean, in terms of my usual route, I don't know how long.
Oh.
And plus, I don't really.
Fun. Here's just a fun urban navigation trick for all of you at home and also you, Chase.
Okay.
So 1 mile is 8, like not like downtown city blocks, but like neighborhood blocks. So, for example, from like, I don't know, like 43rd Street to 35th Street, 43 minus 35 is 8. That's 8 blocks. That's 1 mile. And you'll notice that normally these streets are busier, wider, more trafficked streets. Because, these are your main roadways.
Mm-hmm.
And then every 1/8 of a mile, you have like a little side street neighborhood development thing. And kind of have those bigger intersecting main traffic ones every mile. So, if you wanted to do a 3-mile run, you could run from like 43rd Street to like 27th Street. Oh, wait, that would just be 2. And then run back to 35th. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my fun fact. That was a lot less fun than I had anticipated.
Yeah, I mean,
I just think it's cool. Well, I just think they're neat.
In the words of the One Punch Man, Joe, 20 words or less. Anyway.
God.
You're supposed to do 100 of the exercises every day.
Yeah.
I started at 30, and as of a couple days ago, I've worked up to a 40.
Ooh, good for you.
Because I realized I'm actually getting a little bit fatter even doing these exercises.
Is it like you were talking about that. Is it like a muscle density type of thing?
I mean, I'd hope so, but I haven't really noticed too much. Like you're not supposed to see any results, I don't think, until like a few months.
Yeah.
Granted, it could be like, something that's not noticeable, quote unquote, as in just like some like, yeah. I don't like it. It just seems odd, and it might just be like a medical condition that I just don't know I have yet, which I hope it isn't.
Probably not, but you never know.
And I might just be like eating more or something, just because I've been like doing so. Yeah, but I don't know.
Burning more calories. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So basically, I'm trying to, work myself up a little bit quicker. Like I was doing 30 for a solid like 2 weeks. And as of this week, seeing all that, I'm like, okay, I gotta do more now.
Gotta up your game a little. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe by the end of the summer,
then you can get all the way to One Punch
to 100, and then I'll have that power and I'll lose all my hair. But yeah.
Chase, do you have a dog?
I do.
I did not know that until now.
2 dogs, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are their names?
I'm not allowed to know that. Ask me after we stop recording.
Okay, fine.
Security questions.
I'm not gonna like find your dogs on LinkedIn or something.
Yeah, no. Not allowed.
They didn't sign the NDA.
No, they did not.
The dogs.
Speaking of doing new things.
Yeah.
Here's a fun digression. Have you ever done something and then like immediately feel respect for people who do that as like a job?
Oh. Anytime that I am up at any altitude that I am uncomfortable with, so basically a ladder above 5 feet tall, I always think of the people who like install power lines or manage like wind turbines. Like, yeah, there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, people do a lot of great things, and I realize saying it the way I said it, it makes me sound like I did something like noble, and I realized, wow, these people are so great. And no, that's not even really the case. But so I like to draw. It's been like an on and off hobby of mine for a good, most of my life, if I'm going to be completely honest. It's been very on and off to the point where I've really gotten too much better. Like, I drew the highlight like template thing, and there's I mean it works, but there's like a lot wrong with it.
I enjoy it. I don't look as sexy as I do in real life. Is my only chagrin.
Yeah, like I'm not. There's a lot of room to improve. And I did that mostly just for the necessity of it. To have something kind of eye catching, I guess, for that thumbnail. But But as of this week, I've been trying to draw like a comic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just for fun, because I have a couple months of downtime, and I've always had like I've always wanted to like tell stories. Like I tried to write a book. Oh yeah. And I'm just not that good of a writer. No, like I can't.
Or that committed. I can't do that.
Well, I committed. I wrote like a solid 20 pages or something of a book, and then I realized I can't describe.
Never mind the 98-point font, but
no, it was like it was decent size. It wasn't like gigantic, but
just like 48.
But I'm not effective at either trees for like a whole page.
Ray Bradbury.
Yeah. I think the thing is that I either alternate between making things like way too long, or my usual problem is that like I don't get enough like description in there, or like I don't know what to write exactly. Like I have I know what the general story is, but getting that through dialogue or whatever.
Right, and setting up like the important details.
Yeah.
Creating that image, I suppose, is
like the issue
also
is
kind of where I lack.
Yeah, like I think the issue is for me is that a lot of the times, I always want to get to like the really big moments without like wanting to set them up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think that's a lot of my downfall when it comes to sort of like story writing, where you have to sit down and write like a whole bunch of words. So I tried this because I think I'm at a point in like my drawing ability where I'm not maybe good, but good enough to like start something just like for fun. And over the course of the past couple days, and granted, I'm not a fast drawer at all. Like it took me a long time to get a single page done, and there are still things I kind of need to fix on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
but like for the people
anything could almost always be better.
Well, yeah. But like, no, I mean, like I'm in a place where I'm like happy with it. There's like I think one thing I need to add just for continuity reasons, but but like people who do that for like a living, like
oh man, yeah,
insane. Like putting that out like weekly or even like monthly if you're doing like a bigger release, like Jesus.
Good.
And they're like way better artists than I am, and they also like have to write the story, and it's So that's my respect game.
It's a feat.
Man,
I guess I've had a similar experience with you on that, because art is cool. I like art. It's
always fun to create something even if you're not that great.
Oh God, absolutely, yeah. And particularly back in my like elementary school days before the horrors of reality kicked in, and I was like, hey, I can just color all day every day.
Yeah. It's the dream.
I mean, then it wasn't so much I can draw all the time. But nonetheless.
Yeah.
I enjoyed drawing. I enjoyed like painting, and art class was like one of my favorites. And it was great. I enjoyed it very much. However, similar problem to you is whenever I would try and like do a project, like I tried to write comics and stuff too. It would take me forever to do like a row on a page, like just one column.
Really?
It would take like forever. And albeit I was doing this with like colored pencils and stuff, it wasn't like webcomic-y type stuff because I was who knows how old.
Yeah.
But it took me a very significant amount of time. And I was like, you know what? I just can't do this. There's too much work. So that's where art for me kind of became less and less a part of my life.
I mean, it's fair. Like a lot of people hit that point. Like it is hard to do it because like there's like always the constant expectation of if you're like drawing something past like I don't know, like 5th grade, you got to be like good at it, or you're gonna be you know, like laughed at basically. But even then, like there's something like therapeutic about like drawing or whatever. And like, you know, even if I'm not like the best, it's always fun to get better because like it's something you can always like, see the progress of it.
It's a pretty like immediate result in that regard.
Yeah. You know, speaking of art, you ever been to a museum, Joe?
Oh, of course I've been to a museum, Chase. I've been to many a museum in my day. Not just for art, but also, yes, art.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason I'm talking about this and the reason I guess related to art is like this like past year, I guess, and I would be now, but you know, I volunteered as basically like a worker at a museum for art.
Oh, okay.
I was like
an art museum per se.
Yeah, an art museum per se. And I'm like the front desk clerk. Basically, you know, I tell people like they walk up to me. And it's like, is this a free museum? And I'm saying, yes, it is a free museum. You can come in.
Okay. Do I know the one you're talking about?
I mean, I assume I've probably mentioned this to you before.
Maybe. I honestly don't know.
It's a smaller museum in the
area. Okay. It's not what I was immediately thinking.
No. It's not like the big one, but
yeah. Okay, go on.
Anyway, but yeah, it's always fun to see like the people that come in and like what they think about like, you know, art or whatever, because like occasionally, like a lot of people are just there to just like look and like walk around.
Yeah, maybe kill some time on a weekend.
Yeah, like that's what I do. Like I've been to the same museum like myself as like a visitor, and I do my best to just avoid the front desk.
Yeah, like
Even
I
though
don't want to
work
have
at
to
it.
talk to them.
Yeah, like I whenever I do that kind of thing, I put on my best like customer service voice. I'm like, "Hello, welcome to the X Next Museum today. How are you doing?"
Hello, welcome to the museum. My name is Chase. How can I help you?
I try my best to say hello to most people unless they really look like they don't want to talk to me.
Now that's what I call selective service.
Well, I mean,
but tisk. Get it?
Yeah, you
Get
can
it?
kind of
Because
tell.
I had to sign up for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. But yeah, the people who do talk to you are always interesting. Like you get a lot of interesting people because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you get like the regulars, like people who come in like all the time. Like I had
Oh,
to
yeah.
talk to a museum photographer who like takes pictures of the stuff for like magazines and stuff.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
One time, this old lady came up to me and asked me like, like what do you think of like this particular art piece? And,
Man.
I mean, that's kind of like a nice little conversation.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
It's always, fun to see what people think and, that sort of stuff. And
Right.
It's kind of weird to see it from the other side.
Yeah, the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm. Because normally you're like the visitor at the museum. And, granted, I wasn't one of like the full-time staff at the museum, but like, I hung out
But I mean,
with the security guards and stuff.
Yeah, you worked there or volunteered or whatever. You were there.
And it was pretty chill.
Yeah.
If you have time to kill, volunteer at a museum.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, go to this unnamed museum. That's it. That's what you got to do right there. Talk about a brand deal. An museum.
Just
do it. Yeah.
Pick one.
Culture. Yeah, literally any one. Doesn't matter which.
Yeah.
I went to, not to flex, but I went to Washington, D.C. on family vacation.
Okay.
God. Damn, a while ago. Like, 6-7 years ago, maybe? Damn. It was a lot longer ago than I like to recognize. But, we did the whole National Mall and all of the, not all of the, but the bigger of the, like Smithsonian museums. So, natural science or natural history.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the American history, air and space, then like one other one. I don't know. Regardless, all of that stuff. And that was really cool, even though I was like, 10 plus or minus. Just, I don't know, being able to, witness art and culture that I had, not been exposed to.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe part of it was because my siblings were significantly younger than a typical museum goer, and I got to see them suffer through the museum. Probably not, but
suffer through museum. It's always great.
Tell me about it. My brother still to this day hates museums, and he doesn't listen to this podcast. Yeah, so I can say that. But I mean, he's still kind of, he's kind of one of those people that's like, well, fine, whatever. It's like, I don't want to just because you want to. He's definitely a contrarian. And it's kind of funny. It's funny seeing him react to like ordinary things to me, just because he has to disagree on some grounds and he just argues to argue, which is annoying and also funny.
Your brother's like a hipster, basically?
Maybe even like an anti-hipster, because like he has long hair like me and all that other stuff. He listens to pretty much the same music as I do. And so
okay.
No, say what you were going to say.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, that's just what it sounds like. Dislikes anything that
Right.
other people like.
I listen to this indie band. You may not have heard of them, though. You see, they're quite small. Called the Beatles.
Yeah, I just heard this new song. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh my god.
You ever heard of Bohemia before? It's a country, or it was, I think.
Is this a real question, or are you still like mocking somebody?
Still mocking someone.
Oh god.
Yeah. Bohemia doesn't exist anymore, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was like folded into like Germany or Austria or something.
Everything was.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
And I digress.
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today we're
God.
doing our episode on HGTV.
Oh my god! Did I just have this entire like Groundhog Day out of body experience, and I just like zoned out for 3 seconds right before, and I imagined all of this?
Yeah,
That'd be awful.
we haven't talked about anything, Joe. You want to talk about your doctor's office visit? I got a really fun story about a really bad creepypasta I read one time. I've not mentioned yet.
Wow, that sounds really untold by anybody
Also,
before.
Go to your local museums. Fun PSA right at the start.
Oh, when I was probably like 10 or so, I went to Washington, D.C.
Really?
And the National Mall. Really? Real shit.
Wait. Did you have any pets when you were younger?
Oh, yeah. I killed at least 2 of them.
What? So
why
really
are we the way that we are?
Of an antithesis for the ending here.
There's this noise metal band. Oh, God.
Right. 2 episodes in one.
The episode within an episode. Welcome back to Seinfeld. Episode 400,012.
What's the deal with the And I Digress podcast?
Yeah, hi, I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
When was the last time you ever watched cable television show? What if this was just an episode of Seinfeld? Like they
the one
on
about
the,
the podcast.
And it's just us, like in the 90s, yeah.
It's a purgatory realm.
We are the purgatory realm. Like when we like descend into hell, like it's just gonna be us, like listening to our like everyone is going to listen to our podcast on repeat.
Oh my god. Yeah, what's up, Lucifer? I call him Lucy for short. Sometimes we're on a first name basis. How you digging the new episode? Hell yeah. Get it? I said hell yeah. Just get it, we're in hell.
To get some more viewers.
Devil went down to Georgia to get more podcast listeners.
We got that portal to hell near us. Maybe we can find like a crossroads. Yeah. Make a deal with it. Like each of us can make a deal with him to become like a different type of good podcaster.
Oh. Really get a bang for a buck here.
Like, Joe, you can make a deal with him, like trade your soul for good jokes, and I could trade for him for like a uber velvety voice. Are you saying I'm not funny? I mean, not like devilishly funny, Joe.
No. He said devilish, and it was in context.
Yeah.
No.
We need dark power to make this podcast successful.
Oh, well, I mean, of course. You didn't already know that?
I mean, that was kind of a given, but...
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but like personally, I've been conducting my own black magic to get this podcast to have any listeners at all.
Really? You're a black magician, Joe?
Oh, of course. Well, I am a Caucasian magician that practices black magic.
Interesting.
I'll be here all week. Tip your waitress. Oh God.
Yeah, I guess I should be doing some like demon arts too.
Yeah. Come on, Chase. Boo, Chase. Boo. Everybody boo Chase right now through your screen. Boo, Chase.
You can't rehash that joke.
What? What, the boo Chase joke? Come on. It's iconic. It's timeless. You're just jealous. You're jealous.
I'm just thinking that
you're jealous.
It wasn't me. I'm not the one you should be doing.
Oh boy. What were we talking about?
That realistically our entire audience of only people that we know. And maybe that one person that we don't know. Thank you for listening, by the way.
Oh yeah. Thank you. You are appreciated.
This show has been made possible by
oh my God. And viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That fucking PBS Kids thing is permanently ingrained into my brain. Oh my God.
Did you ever watch PBS like past like elementary school?
Oh man, there was a period in time. My dad used to work for AT&T, as I may have mentioned before. I don't know, but he used to work for AT&T, and thus we got a discount on their cable. He quit some time ago, at which point we did not get the discount, and he vowed to never give them any more money, which was true until he gave them more money. Regardless. Yeah, I mean, ended up being the best like phone deal, and he's a sucker for deals. So he took that one regardless. There was a period of time between losing AT&T cable and getting whatever the hell we got next, where we like just had off the air. And those were dark times because all of the PBS kids shows, I mean, like that was the kids programming was PBS.
Yeah, I mean, they had some good stuff. Back in middle
they
school,
had some good stuff.
Word Girl was like my jam.
Oh, damn. That was toward the end of my viewership, but I do remember that existing.
Remember Electric Company?
Oh, before my time. I know the song. If that counts or anything.
Did you ever watch like Fetch with Ruff Ruffman?
Again, a little after my time, but again, I recall its existence. No, actually, I did watch a few episodes of that. Now that you mention it,
that was right in the middle. That I remember when that was.
Yeah. Okay. Man. There was no, I take it back. There was PBS Kids and then like one other show or channel because there were like 23, 24 channels total.
Okay.
And like 2 kids networks. So whenever whatever was on PBS or whatever, there was the other channel that we would go to, or maybe it was PBS, and these are like B-list shows that come on after prime time. Regardless, like bad shows that are just weird. They're not they're not bad. Like there's decent something to it, sure.
Okay.
They're just not good. You know what I mean?
Joe? What were they?
Oh God. There was one that I remember in particular. No, okay, this is what it was. It was like a kids channel, like toddlers.
Oh, okay.
And then PBS. Yeah. And there's one show that I remember called Color Crew. Color Crew. God, was it awful. Let me give you the elevator pitch. So, there is a box of crayons that are all sentient individual beings, but they don't say anything, but they make noise. Every episode, there's a new like color of the day, and that particular crayon is the highlighted color that is featured in each of the 3 pictures that the different colored crayons collaborate to make. And then, in a Dora the Explorer style, tell me what the right answer is, different color crayons will be like options for painting or like coloring in the lake or the grass or something, and you have to pick the right one, and it doesn't matter what you say,
So it was like a young kid, like Dora kind of show.
Yeah, exactly. It was like toddler, whatever.
Gotcha.
Learn what your colors are type of thing. And it was so awful that it stuck with us. Another one. Fever dream type shit here. I think I'm not kidding. The name of the show, I don't know. Okay, there's two now. God. I think the name of it was Peccola. Regardless, main character was a penguin, I believe, named Peccola. And the main antagonist in the show was a fox named Rudy, who was kind of rude, ironically. And he had a red wagon full of like his toys and everything. And like the main conflict in every single episode was that like the other animals would want to play with one of Rudy's toys or, you know, include him in a game or something. And Rudy's like, no, I don't want to share my toys. And they're like, oh, come on, Rudy, you should share your toys. And we would all get to play and have fun. He's like, no, it's mine. And then at the end of the episode, he does share. And then he's like, yeah, that was fun. And then he doesn't learn. So that was the show.
Welcome to Young Kid Shows. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll have you rank all of these in order of which you would watch first to ones that you would not watch.
Some of the PBS shows still like hold up, I'd say.
Yeah.
But then there's
Arthur
like
has aged interestingly.
Arthur, not bad. Like some of the older stuff, like still pretty decent. Fetch with
animation.
That was basically a game show. That was fun.
Yeah, a different format, changing it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you ever watch Oswald?
Yes. Yes. That was my shit. I loved Oswald.
Was the chillest dude.
Hell fucking yeah. Putting on his 8 little shoes, playing the piano.
As you can see, Joe, I took some inspiration.
Oh. From
being an octopus, but anyway. See my profile picture.
Yeah, I thought you were going with that, but also at the same time, I had no idea what the context would be.
I also have a dachshund. I guess that's also inspiration.
One of your dogs is a dachshund.
Yeah.
Write this down, people. Practice dogs. Do it. Do it. Come on. No balls. Jason, I'm going to find your dogs.
Oswald had Weenie. I had mine, which I won't reveal the name of.
Wait, what?
What?
Sorry, I missed what you said.
I'm not telling you my dog's names, Joe.
What about even after this?
Okay.
Come on. Okay.
After this.
You know you want to tell me your pet's names. Come on.
Yeah. So there was like Oswald. Oswald.
Yes.
Did you ever watch Franklin?
Yes. Hey, it's Franklin. Coming into your... Hey, it's Franklin. Yeah, never heard of it. Franklin was chill, yeah.
Yeah. You ever watch the Berenstain Bears?
Oh, of course. Oh, of course.
Okay, I haven't seen a Berenstain Bears episode in like forever, but I want to say that holds up too.
I'm sure it does. Some of them, like you can tell, were written like 80 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Just based on like the delivery and the principles and everything. But like the concepts all pretty much hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like have you seen like the meme images of like the books?
Oh god. Oh, particularly the Franklin ones.
Oh no, of all of them, like
the Franklin ones are what comes to mind. But yes,
Berenstain Bears.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen any Oswald memes. Man. It's an untapped market there.
Untapped vein of meme culture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on that internet.
Like, Oswald sounds like the kind of guy who's like very low key, like, you know.
But he like hardcore vibes.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's so calm.
Yeah.
You ever listen
So
to
mild
Oswald's
mannered.
voice? Makes you
I don't
fall
remember
asleep.
what he sounds like, but yeah, I would do that.
He's like, "Hi there, welcome to
Oh, yeah,
Oswald
okay.
Show."
Oh yeah, that was also such a like mild, like paced show.
Yeah, I know. It was just
Oh,
really
and he
chill.
had the dachshund. Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't piece that together
Oh
until
my
just
God.
now. I'm so sorry.
He had Weenie. I have mine.
Named Weenie.
Not named Weenie.
It's named Weenie, isn't it?
No.
Super Weenie had juniors. I digress. Please say anything to break the awkward silence.
So, anyway, back to that long creepypasta I read. Let me tell you the ending real quick.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
That.
I don't remember it. You guys have to like look up synopsis. Sorry, everyone.
Boo. Boo, Chase, boo. Do you want to tell me the third, do you want me to tell you third Fever Dream show?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
That you're
the first two you told me, I don't remember any of these.
Yeah, that's probably because you were a lucky child that did not have to experience these horrors firsthand.
Yeah, no. I had to experience like Sid the Science Kid.
That show is just dope. Real quick.
All right.
Quick tangent.
Okay.
Yeah. After I had asked my parents' permission and went to pbskids.org.
You gotta make sure they can get you on that.
Always ask your parents' permission before going online. I still do to this day.
I got a good story about that. What's you say?
Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah. But regardless, there was one game in particular on that website that I hold near and dear to my heart, and it was a Sid the Science Kid game.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah, dude. Back in the rise of Flash games when they were like top tier, super quality shit. But it was PBS Kids though, so you know, beta, but still pretty great. And regardless, the game was like learning how food like decays and molds and stuff over time. And my brother and I would sit there, and we never got fucking tired of this. But all that the game was it was a lunchbox that you could just like click on to open and close. And there's like a sandwich and an apple and like something else in there and a slider at the bottom from like 0 to 30 days. And as you would slide the slider bar further along the timeline, the food would like mold and decay and the apple would get all like,
oh my
God,
God,
like shriveled. And my brother and I, and there were strawberries. That was the other thing. And my brother and I, every single fucking time would just scroll all the way to 30 and the strawberries would be like greenish brown entirely. And everything was just covered in mold and we would lose our shit every single time. Like, it did the thing again. Do it again. We got so many fucking hours out of that game. Not even funny.
Want to see me mold the sandwich? Want to see me do it again?
Oh Lord.
Okay. Are you good with that?
Can I tell the third Fever Dream show real quick?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I need to get this out of the way and into the public ear. Okay.
We're coming up on
third
2
show.
hours, but we
can do it.
We got the last topic covered. We don't have to like burst.
Yeah, we can
at the end.
Right. We've got it. So, this show, last of the off the air Fever Dream horror TV shows, was called 3-2-1 Penguins, and the syntax on that is 3,2,1 ! Penguins, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
what?
It's awful. Like 3-2-1 Penguins. It was that. If that disgusts you, wait for the show.
Was there also incorrect grammar in the show?
I don't know. Probably. Or no, wait, shit. I think I might be mixing up two shows because I feel like there's also a show called 121 Penguins in which, you guessed it, there are 121 penguins, or 121. I don't know. God fucking damn it. Okay. I'm going to take a step back. The focus on speed really got to me, and I started sacrificing details.
In the first show, there's a decreasing number of penguins, like 3, 2, 1 penguins.
I realized the error of my ways.
And then in 121 penguins, there's a static number of penguins. They combined.
Oh my God.
The leopard seals got to them.
God. Okay, so let me start over on this one.
Yeah.
My manufactured memory of the second show was based on some bullshit that my dad does. I told you to listen to this podcast, Dad. I hope you're listening. I know you listened to the first episode, but there's 5 of them now. So who knows?
Been increasing.
What? Oh, yeah. And regardless...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 podcast episodes.
Penguins. Oh. My dad would always, like, poke fun at all of these shows and just, like, stuff from our pop culture, like SpongeBob and all that stuff. And so this would, like, particularly fuck, like, with my brother. He would get so upset, and it made me so fucking happy. Or it just made me laugh to see him get upset over something so asinine. But my dad, instead of calling it 321 Penguins, would call it 321 Penguins. And my brother would be like, no, it's 321 Penguins. And I was like, yeah, that's what I said, 321 Penguins. He's like, no! It was great. Awful, but that's why it's great. And all that I remember, aside from there being penguins in the show that look kind of enough like Club Penguin penguins to maybe get like copyright involved, was maybe another copyright potential thing, was the theme song. And maybe it's so vague that my brain is trying to fill in the gaps, because this is the least remembered of all of the off-the-air shows. However, to my knowledge and the extent thereof, the beginning of the theme song, of course, had the traditional countdown 3, 2, 1. But it sounded oddly similar to the Jimmy Neutron 3, 2, 1, got a blast.
3,
2, 1. Got a blast! Shoot through the stars and buy candy bars. What?
Bark. You gotta do Goddard's part.
Kid with a knack for invention. This is the theme song. Jimmy Neutron.
Have you ever seen like the original, like not even Jimmy Neutron, it's like Johnny Quantum or something? Like cursed.
Oh yeah, the like concept stuff.
Yeah, that looks so weird. Like
I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've seen an image. I'm gonna do that.
I gotta show you. But anyway, it's kind of weird. But
of course it is.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just gonna say my story.
Please. Okay.
Have you ever been amazed at your ability to not? Oh, that was voice crack. Have you ever been amazed at your ability to like not learn something?
I mean, kind of.
I mean, I think in the situation I'm about to talk about, it's maybe more on the lines of like being amazed at the ability of not be taught something, but
okay, to just not grasp a concept.
Do you remember in elementary school, Spanish class and or
yes,
computer class?
Oh God, yeah. My computer teacher was old as shit.
Okay, well,
should not have been teaching computers.
I had 2 computer teachers. Actually, I want to say more than that. One of them,
wow.
first one, was arrested for child pornography.
No!
Yeah.
No! God, really?
It was something like that. I forgot what it was.
Oh my God.
But he was.
Was it like the traditional like neckbeard guy?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And this was in like the mid 2000s. So I mean.
Oh God. Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, can't get much worse. I feel better about my computer teacher.
Yeah, no. Every other teacher after that was like a lady being from either old or one of like the library assistants. So yeah. Wonder
why.
So, yeah, smart on that one. Anyway.
Smart play. Anywhom.
Yeah, well, I mean, so I was in those classes for like 5 years, and I never managed to learn Spanish that well. Like,
okay.
I was able to do well on the tests, but could I speak Spanish?
Fuck no.
No.
No way, Jose.
And then they had like the Type to Learn 4. Like, did you do that one, Joe?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah,
I remember Clicky, and then I remember like the purple dude and the pink chick.
Yeah. That
was
a cursed memory on its own. They tried to make it like
this
cool
is,
or whatever.
It was not. No, it was not. And there was like a storyline, but you couldn't follow it because you couldn't save the data, and you'd always have to start over, and it was awful.
Yeah. I always loved it when computer class was just you got on there and you played games, but they started to crack down on that, and then no, you have to Type to Learn. Yeah. You can't play Run 2. And I remember asking,
hated Type to Learn.
I remember one year when like the first day we got like a syllabus kind of thing, which was really weird for elementary school.
Yeah, that is weird. The whole like technology agreement form, right?
Yeah, that's
there it is. Yep.
And I was thinking, like, I think, like, those always, like, peeved me when I was younger, because I was thinking, like, are they trying to control me at home? I'm going to get on Cartoon Network whenever I want. You can't stop me.
Freak you.
But luckily, I read the fine print, and there was never anything like that on there. But I remember asking... the computer teacher is like, can you access CartoonNetwork.com and Lego.com on school computers? And then she was like, I mean, yeah, but like, I don't expect you to ever do that in here.
Please don't. All she had to say was no.
Realistically, that was the most important question, though, because I wasn't going to learn how to type in there. But would I've had a fun memory if I was on CartoonNetwork.com and playing like the Ben 10 game? 100%.
Oh man,
100%, Joe. But no, we were shackled. We were in chains because we could not play cool math games in our free time.
Oh man, what a real shame.
Okay, Joe. You played Run, right? And like Run 2.
Absolutely, I did.
Everyone did. Everyone did.
You should have if you didn't.
Straight up best game on cool math games. Did you ever play Johnny Upgrades?
Maybe. Remind me of what it is.
Okay, it's like a side-scrolling kind of shooter thing, but you like pick up a bunch of stuff and you can like
upgrade.
You can upgrade various aspects of your character.
I don't think so.
Honestly, hot take, that was like the second best game on Cool Math Games. There was a
lot
of good ones.
Right.
They had that like one
there really were.
Cube puzzle one where you
Blockers. Where
you rolled around the
Bloxors. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. That one was pretty
You were the
too.
rectangular prism. That one was solid. Infuriating, but solid.
Yeah. Those were fun. I have like the Steam version of whatever that game is now.
Oh wow. Yeah, those were the times. Those were the days.
Those games still hold up. But
Yeah, like I played Bloxorgs or whatever the fuck that Cube game is a while ago. Not like recently, but a skosh in my past. And yeah, it holds up. It's a quality game.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
So
and now that I like,
yeah.
No, it is not at all important.
Okay, we are at the 2 hour and 10-minute mark, so I think we go to final comments. If you want to just say whatever you're going to say, all good, unless it is a
this is a dangerous game
or happy appy length saying.
Oh man. Well, okay, we have to talk about. Well, okay, here is like harsh noise going to be the topic for the next episode, or is it going to just be like
let's say it's harsh noise or as like a genre.
Okay.
Because,
yeah.
Let's not limit ourselves too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, we have to talk about harsh noise first, Skosh, before we end legally.
Okay.
So
I do have something good to start out next episode, but
yeah, maybe you can allude to it here. Would you dare?
You know what? Like, what is your harshest noise? Like,
like the harshest shit that I listen to.
What noise do you hate the most? Not even like as a music genre.
The noise that I dislike the most. I like that take. Hot take.
Yeah, well, it's bigger. You can talk about the music or what noise.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the tease for the next episode. See you guys later.
Okay.
Stop with
the... God, no! No!
Okay, actually.
Yeah, we should wrap this up.
Any other final remarks, Joe?
Spade and neuter your pets. I'm Drew Carey. This is The Price is Right. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Man, his comedy skits are like weird.
I haven't really watched any of his like comedy stuff aside from Whose Line Is It Anyway? But he's still just the host, so it really doesn't count.
I watched one of his stand-up bits on like what's it called? Like the one with Ari Shaffir, like the.
Oh yeah, This Is Not Happening.
Yeah, that one.
My man got fucking ripped off by that other guy, the other host that came in.
Yeah.
He's not nearly as funny as Ari. Fight me.
No opinions.
I'm sorry. I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate. Ari got ripped off.
It's weird to see him as like a comedian. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... This has been the And I Digress podcast. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much. Spade and or neuter your pets.
Yeah.
Rip their balls off.
See you all next week.
Why do you allow me to have a microphone?
I don't know. You forgot your microphone, Joe. I didn't allow you.
And that's true.
It was me.
All right, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening. See you guys next week, starting with
See you next time. Bye.
Next topic.
Harsh noise. Bye.